Listeners who didn't wish to hear about such things should turn off their radios.
Good morning, everybody. Jeremy from imotivateme. It's a beautiful morning here in the Seaport District, and I am in Brighton early to do a little bit of recording, and I wanted to just convey some ideas that I had about behavior change, about exercise, about sticking to a plan over time, even without supervision and guidance, having self-regulatory skills, and having long-term independent adherence to something that we choose to do, to where if we are making a behavior change, if we decide to learn Mandarin, if we decide to start reading more, if we decide to go to the gym, we don't just do it for a week and then burn out and decide not to do it, right? You lose stimulation with something you don't have a passion for so much. So what can we do to stimulate this passion, to conform to a new passion, or to find this purpose and start conforming to that, as opposed to falling back in to the title of this video, Coffee Shop Loyalty. I'm drinking a new coffee from a new coffee shop. We have these repetitive motions. If you have the same job, you might park in the same garage or park in the same area of town and walk. So you have the same parking area, the same walk to and from. You work in the same building, and that building may have a coffee shop, whatever the name of that shop is, you name it, and it's a coffee shop that you go to all the time. Over the course of time, you know the people that work there, and when they're not in for that day, you recognize it, right? This is how repetitive we can become. And what comes with habits and behavior? Repetition, right? So we're repetitiously going to the same coffee shop, consuming the same environment around us, all right? So we're being stimulated daily by the same song, if you will. And what happens when you keep listening to the same song over and over again? It gets a little old. We're not as inspired the 10th time as we were the first, second, third, fourth time, all right? And so we're not networking, we're not meeting new people, we're not developing our ideas, we're not developing any skills. We're kind of, becoming stagnant. And we talk about that in a couple of my videos with time moving forward, and we remain stagnant. Your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the case, your kids, that's very important. Spending time with your kids. If you have a dog, whatever the case, getting out and exploring, meeting new people, networking. You've created these ideas in your head. You're getting out, you're being vascular, you're walking to where you're going, you're being physically active. If we're trying to make behavioral changes to where we want to exercise, we're overweight, we know it, we have high blood pressure, we have high resting heart rate, these things are very detrimental to your health over a long period of time. And so one of the studies that I have been really fascinated with had to do with comparing the results of high intensity interval training to moderate intensity training. And it was found that high intensity interval training had more of a positive effect on the cardiometabolic function and efficiency of those who did the high intensity interval training compared to moderate intensity training, okay? Those results, although encouraging, were not the important thing for me. For me, it was the fact, and listen to this, out of that population, after a 12-week intervention that was supervised by nutritionists, exercise physiologists, medical doctors, you name it, within 24 weeks, the majority of that population had reverted back to their previous behavioral patterns. And they were as inactive as they were prior to the beginning of the exercise regimen, the intervention. And so one of the focuses in the future that they mentioned in this article was self-efficacy, or one's confidence that they can achieve that which they set out to accomplish. So tying in with that is self-regulatory skills. So when a person is not supervised to accomplish a mission, i.e. a 12-week high-intensity interval training regimen where they've lost weight, they've reduced their blood pressure, reduced their resting heart rate, improved their cardiometabolic efficiencies, which is that's awesome. That's so great. That's like really good stuff, right? So you would figure that would be enough for somebody to be pushed forward independently and adhere to the program, which ties into long-term independent adherence. And so these are major issues that we have, even when facing post-supervised exercise workouts. It seems that individuals are lacking the self-regulatory skills necessary to maintain their behavioral change, regardless of who's helped them. And so we need to find ways to find a bridge across that obstacle. We're choosing to live the same life, the same patterns over and over and over. You might spend some time in the gym, you might, and you dedicate yourself. When you do an exercise routine, you are dedicating yourself to that cause, right? However, we end up back in the same routines within 24 weeks, according to studies. And so we need to find a bridge over that obstacle, and I believe one of them is to get out and stimulate yourself. Taking that coffee shop loyalty, taking that loyalty to your old life, whatever that life is, that repetitive life that we have, and finding a way to stimulate yourself. Learn new things, develop a new skill, read a new book, go to a new coffee shop, park farther down the road, step a little more to work, prep for your next professional move. How about that? People think that you need to, if you want to make a move professionally, that it has to happen just like that. You have to prep your resume. You have to polish yourself. If you're not very good at being interviewed, you might want to go and learn to speak with people outside of your normal box that you're comfortable speaking with. Meet new people. Challenge yourself. It takes months, in my opinion, to effectively prepare for what you want to do, the next step forward professionally. People like a sharp-looking person, right? And these are facts. First impression, your personal and professional appearance. So we might want to be in a little better shape. We might want to hold ourselves to a higher standard, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And what benefits those aspects of our lives? Physical fitness, all right? And so this is what I'm talking about with coffee shop loyalty. This is what I'm talking about with self-regulatory skills. This is what I'm talking about with self-efficacy. And this is what I'm talking about with long-term, independent, adhering to any kind of behavior change, making actions repetitive, becoming habits, and becoming a new behavior. Go to the deep water, learn how to swim, and then make that change. We can make little changes, day by day, brick by brick. Small things become behavior, and behavior, a new behavior, is a new beginning. It's a new way. And then when it's time to change it up again, we're already prepped for it because we've developed a mindset of adhering to something that we believe in independently. Find yourself through the external BS and find a way. Go beyond your bounds. Nobody has a problem probing or trolling on Facebook or any kind of social media. Why aren't we probing out in public? Why are we not testing things in public? And if you are, good on you. If not, why aren't you? Keep that in mind. So God bless everybody. Stay motivated. Go to the deep end and swim a little bit. Tread a little bit of water. Think, and do. Live through your ideas. Stimulate yourself. Find a new way. Become who you want to be. Be who you want to be. God bless.